Hey, just waiting for the trip to come on. I can feel it starting to hit, but so I better get this over with before I float away somewhere. Um, I got my earplugs in because the ice addicts two doors down have run out of ice, so they're overexcited and probably drinking wine or something, and they're not used to it. Thank God they're not playing their thump thump soulless rotten music. But so to pass the time and waste yours. Pass. Oh, please forgive me. Okay, just I got a thing about it's a bit nerdy, but here we go. This is an original Stanton in the silver box. I have another one, but this has got the velvet, blue velvet. She wore blue velvet, containing a mighty D680 EE cartridge and stylus. Um, that's the original for my Technics SLR 1200 Mark II turntable. This is the original. Yeah, I've only owned two cartridges for this, and I've owned it for 40 years. My God, these Stantons we use professionally in radio stations and in recording studios. One of these in mint condition goes for a lot of money these days, and I don't know why. Because the specifics of this stylus cartridge combo is with the right turntable, in this case the Technics, you can actually run it on 3/4 gram. I run it on 1 gram. You can take it to 1.5, but and 3/4. But I find one that nice in between space. It's got the perfect sound stage for a stylus cartridge combination of 40 years ago. And so what I did before I left Sydney 10 years ago to move out to this godforsaken shithole, I get a bit worried. I thought there'd be I wouldn't be able to find um, my my back scratcher, but I just found it. I did get something out here to show as a comparison, but what have I done with it? Oh, there it is. So when I left Sydney 10 years ago, I thought might need a new stylus combo, whatever. So I bought this, the Shure M97 XE audiophile stylus cartridge combo. Just opening it. It's like Christmas, isn't it? Better than having a wank. By God, it must be good quality. You can hardly get it out. So look at this. Wow, a solid aluminium. Oh my God, look at it's got little buttons on it and everything. It opens up. It's got a booklet with how to set it up. It's got the um, very high accuracy sound reproduction. I won't take it out of its box or anything, but see, it's all Oh, look at that. Guy, JSC. I love this sort of shit. Now, this got great reviews. Like, I'd read the reviews on this and I'd get like the best sounding low cost, and then others would say a piece of shit, so on and so forth. I won't get into too much detail here, but it's a pretty solid looking. It was a replacement of a famous Shure V something or other, and it comes with one of those ones with a built-in brush, and the same with the Stanton. They have a brush, and when you put the brush on, you've got to add an extra gram weight, which I don't like, because it means to get that extra gram weight for the brush, just to keep a bit of dust off a record. Why bother with that when you can use a static off, which I always use before I play a record. This one will replace a super ecstatic, is just this, but I've had this for 20 years and it's perfect. A carbon fibre brush. Now, I always use the carbon fibre brush before I put a record on. When I lived in Canberra, there was so much static down there. It was a high climate, very little rainfall. I had to put an anti-static mat on the floor before in front of the turntable to stop the static, because you put a record on, you could actually feel the static rising from the vinyl. It was unreal. It was incredible, but it worked. Better move on. So another thing I can recommend is, I'm not promoting anything, but this is a great product. Record Revirginizer, Australian. If you have a really filthy record, like dirt, use that. It will actually lift the shit out of the grooves. You might have to use it more than once, but it works very, very well. I recommend one of these for if you're recording onto tape, which I'll show in a minute. It's a dampener. You put it on and it holds the vinyl super tight and flat. Now, I used to love doing cassettes for people. This is one of my homemade cassettes, handmade. This contains my tape of my minty original mono Sgt. Pepper first pressing. So I used to love doing tapes for people, just loved it. And to move on, I'll just show you, this is what a Stanton D680 stylus cost 40 years ago, $86. Say no more. I have 4 of those, and the replacements aren't as good, but they still do the job. But yeah, that gives you an idea of the cost. And to finish up, for my hand cranked 78 record player, that is an original. This is not a reproduction, because if you look at the back, you can see the wear. This is the 1920s His Master's Voice soft tone stylus neck box, and this, to me, is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Talkie for electric reproducers, manufactured specially for Columbia Gramophones Australia Limited, Sydney, Australia. Art Deco stylus box. Look at that. Fucking hell. Oh, I'm in luck. I gotta have a wank. I gotta go. See ya. I'm